my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Obasoge, and if you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with as many people would need it. So today we're going to be talking about back to uni and my uni experience so far in the UK. So it's going to be a sit down talking video because I feel like there's a lot we need to talk about on this channel, especially since I've spent a while. For those who don't know, the UK master's programs are usually 1 year. There might be more that are 2 years, especially if you're doing part-time, all of that, but I don't have much knowledge on it, so I'm just going to stick to what I know for today. So essentially, I'm currently doing a master's in international business management at Coventry University, and I'm about to enter my 3rd semester. So if I was starting again, these are all the things I would do differently, the things I would continue doing, and what I would wish if I had a second chance. As I said, the things I would do differently. So let's get into the video. So first of all, when I came in January, the weather. I know a lot of people say, oh, take some winter clothes, take this, take that, and I frequently travel to some extent, or rather I had been coming to the UK or I had come to the UK a few times before coming to school, so I was a bit familiar with how cold it could get. But I think for most people the question would always be, oh, is it going to be very cold, all of that. And my girl, so first things first, the weather. I am a January intake and I had traveled to the UK a frequent times before coming to start school. So I was a bit familiar with how the weather can be, especially would I say towards the end of winter, because I came ending of January. But for those who are coming in September, you're literally going to be entering from fall to winter. And for most people, especially Nigerians, the question is always, how much winter clothes should I take? How cold is it? I would rather be hot than cold, and for me, I would say don't pack winter jackets. I know that that's silly. I know that most people would usually advise that you bring a jacket. Obviously, you can get a jacket with you as you're coming because you're going to land into the country. But if you're coming for September start, I don't even think it's that cold yet that you're wearing the padded winter jackets, unless the weather is actually going to be a cultural shock for you. I know for most people, it's a completely different experience. So I can't really give much advice on that regard. I would say do what's best for you. I can't really say one size fits all because it's a temperature thing, so people tend to react differently or acclimatize differently in different spaces. But for me, and if you're someone like me who would rather be hot, who prefers a little bit of sun, not scorching or burning sun, but at least let there be sunlight rather than shivering, I would say just don't bother coming with any jacket from Nigeria unless you're getting quality jackets. Save that space that you're about to pack 5 winter jackets from Yaba. That was a mistake I made. Fortunately for me, I had already left some of my stuff behind before I came back, so I didn't really have to pack winter jackets. I already had them here, and I noticed it was much easier when I could actually walk into Primark. I know Primark is not the best winter jacket, but it served me. It was fine. And walk into Primark and just get a decent coat or two. And luckily for me, because I came in January, they were already running the winter items on sales, so I just got them for cheap. I think they were about £10 or under. So it was quite affordable, and then now I can use them for this winter season that's coming again. But my number one tip would be to always layer the inexpensive stuff. So it's easier to pad yourself up rather than just getting a giant jacket and expecting the jacket to do all the work, when you could just maybe wear jeans, and then underneath for the ladies you could wear proper thermal tights and then thermal socks. So make sure everything you're wearing already has warm properties. So the socks are warm, the tights are warm, and then you wear jeans or strong material. You wear proper sweater, and even underneath you can wear about, for me, 1 vest is fine. I don't do too much. So by the time you're wearing the jacket, it's like you're not looking so puffed up just because you've gone to get a big jacket and you've put everything underneath. And the reason I'm talking about winter jackets so much is because I feel like there are more important things you could bring from home that winter jackets are actually taking their space. For instance, food. I know everybody talks about food. Oh, you bring food, but I don't know why it feels like people are not talking about it to the degree or to the extent they should. It's not just bring food though. Please pack food as you're coming. If you can do this, pack it. Because I mentioned before, I had been coming to the UK, so I thought, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm going to survive. When I was coming, I literally didn't carry food. If not for my parents, I don't know what me and my sister would have done, because I think this is even the first time to be hearing it as well. I was going to be buying plantain chips. I bought plantain chips, I bought kilishi, I think. I can't even remember what I bought. That's how inconsequential food was to me. I just thought it was overrated. There are African stores, all those things, and I wasn't really one to make food, because even when I was in hostel, when I was in boarding house, when I was in uni, all those people that would easily drink gari, they're hungry and go and make cereal or make gari, I didn't like it. I'm not that kind of person. So I'm more of biscuits or just ready to eat food. If it's not ready to eat, count me out. So that was the mindset I was looking at, and I was like, I'm not going to pack which Nigerian food is ready to eat. Everything has to be made. So I just left it alone. Brothers and sisters, hey, by February ending, I was crying. Right now, my food timetable is literally every 2 to 3 days I make any form of Nigerian rice, jollof rice, coconut rice, fried rice and stew, rice and beans and stew, because that's how much I've missed home. KFC doesn't cut it. McDonald's, don't even talk to me about McDonald's. I can't. Food is very important, is what I'm trying to say. Bring food, please. As you're coming, bring food. If you know you're the kind that to do small chops and all the, just prepare your mind to be making snacks as you're coming, because it got so bad. I made meat pie the other day. I've been missing Nigerian food, and that was a cultural shock for me because I did not think I would miss it this much. It's very interesting for me to see. I'm very surprised at myself, and that's another thing that I feel like Japa would do. Japa would expose your personality to you. You will be surprised at the things. You are going through so much change that you're not even realizing how fast or how much you're changing. So this food aspect one for me is very shocking to me, and that's why I'm adding it on the list, because I feel like there's somebody out there who is thinking food is not going to be a big deal for them until they move. And I'm also just thanking God that I live in a city that has a lot of immigrants and a lot of Nigerians, to be specific. So every corner shop isn't so far away from me, and they usually have what I need. So it's not like I'm in a place where if I'm craving shaki or something, I'll just start crying. And luckily enough as well, I haven't tried them personally, but there are a lot of online food stores now as well. So you could just get from there if where you end up staying in is not as good. Things I wish I did differently in my academics. The first one would be to not have underestimated the academic system. So a lot of people talk about how different it is, and there are some conversations where they say it's easy. It's not easy. Not in that sense. There's ease, a spirit of ease for me in Jesus' name, but I don't know, I feel like as a Nigerian, I associate the word easy with breezy. Once you tell me something is easy, my mind kicks into, I won't say overdrive, but my mind just makes me lazy. Oh, it's easy. Oh, that's fine. I relax. When my first semester results came out, I was like, I'm sorry, what? Because during the semester, I thought I was killing it. I thought I was hitting it on the head. When the results came out, apparently not, at least not to the level that I expected with what I was putting in. So that made me realize that it was indeed it is a different system. And for those who are very academic, and I know what they're like, all those academic, you are into books. I'm not saying I'm not into books, but it's not a do or die affair for me. But you are into books. You probably figure it out in your first month here. But for those who would have a lot going on and they probably don't have the time to figure that out, let me just tell you for free. You need to learn to critically analyze. You're going to have to now, like all those ones that will give you essays, and I know that different schools have their styles and all of their methods of teaching, their contacts and everything, but it all boils down to the fact, and there are lots of YouTubers that have mentioned this as well. So I'm just reiterating, it boils down to the fact that you need to know how to critically analyze. In Nigeria, I feel like they try to make that the end goal, but as a people, we can be quite impatient. So both you and your lecturer are not going to be patient enough to sit down and want to get to the bottom of something sometimes. But here, you're going to have to approach a situation holistically. And that skill that the school tries to teach is going to be applied everywhere. So you can see it in their society, you can see it in how their citizens think, how they do things, how they operate. And if you observe closely, even in their job environment and their job systems, they expect you to act like that. They expect you to critically analyze everything. You're not supposed to take somebody else's answer for yourself. If there's a situation and then person A says, oh, you know what, I don't even really care about this situation. This situation is just donuts to me. And then me too, I will not, as person B, I will not say, oh, I adopt your method of thinking. This situation is donuts. No, I'm meant to critique person A. Why do you think it's donuts? What's going on? What is the situation? What do we know about the situation? How is it impacting you forward? Why do you exactly, just back to the question of why do you think it's donuts, and that person's answer is going to reveal a lot. So by the time you start applying that to your academic work as well, always just be inquisitive and be curious. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Your lecturers are there to help you. You have paid a lot. It's a lot of money. Please ask questions. Oh, excuse me. Hi, could I get more clarity on how this works? Could you explain this a bit further? I didn't get that actually. Please, I'm having issues understanding how this relates to this, because that's another thing that might have you worked up. Why are you telling me about X and why are we learning about Y? They don't even relate. Turns out they do. So you just need to find out how they relate, and that would help a great deal. And the last one for me is the time system. My timing, it has shifted, it has been turned upside down, it has ballooned. I was telling my sister today that I can't believe I haven't made a friend since I got here. And you might say, oh, Yvonne, why are you complaining about that? Why don't you just step outside? There are people outside. Thank you very much for that question. Answer, statement. Thank you very much for that. When do I want to go outside? Where? Why? I'm going to answer those questions because I feel like it's in this place, it's very easy to fall into a routine. And this is me saying this as somebody that left with her sister. I am with my sister. There's two of us and I'm still experiencing this. So I can't even imagine what it's like for people who leave home alone. You're looking for a job, for those who are, you're schooling, for those who are, or even if it's just like you came here to work, you're literally starting a whole life on your own. And for most of us, yes, you might know people in the country, but it's not always easy to pick up your phone. Somebody's in Manchester, another person's in Kilburn, another person's in London, another person's in Bristol, and you're like, hey guys, let's meet up. How? It's possible, but I'm literally, this weekend, I'm literally about to see two of my friends that I have not seen since we graduated uni 4 years ago. The people that entered uni when we left, they have a degree now. I like to quantify things that way. That's to tell you how much time has passed, and I have literally not set my eyes on these people physically. I moved into this country in January and I'm just about to see them for the first time in 9 months. That's how crazy it gets. You just blink and you realize your life for the maybe last few months has just been work. If you go to church, you go to the mosque, school, works. There's no break in between. You're literally, it's like a pendulum. You're just going back, that, get to here. And I feel like it's very easy to really settle into that routine. I don't want to do anything different or not even want to shake it up a bit, because even if you wanted to, it's tiring. So this is me just telling you to tell your future self that you will not be tired. You will make friends. You will make a community. You will get a community. It will be engaging for you and you would have a good time. Because if you don't put yourself in that mindset, and I know that people have different priorities. Like some people say, not be friend. Friendship is not my business now. Not be friend that come find for you. I'm here to. It's okay your goals, but I'm just saying in everything, do not forsake community. It's much needed. I am looking to grow my community as well, and that was part of what led me to start Influencer, to just find like-minded people. Even since it seems like I can't get one physically, at least I can get minded people in my digital space as well. And essentially, coming back to uni, because I'm going to be resuming classes soon, I would say show up with your determination, with your courage, with your integrity, and with lots of love, because the world needs it. You need it, I need it. People are just getting tired and it's easy to really slip into depression and whatnot. So just show up with love. And for those moving to a new country entirely by themselves, I pray you find favor, and I pray you find peace and joy and love, and that the amount of love you pour into the place you're coming to, wherever it is that you're going to, especially if you're coming to the UK, Canada, the US, wherever it is that you're going to, I pray that that land loves you back, and that the will of God is continually done in your lives. And until the next time we meet, have a lovely experience, and bye bye.